Hi friends, welcome to Adda 24/7. Today we'll be discussing time series. Basically we'll be solving a case study on time series. Before that I'll be giving you the important points on time series theory part. Okay, so watch the video till end because this case study minded you'll get an exam. There is no exam of CAIIB ABM without time series case study. So follow this video till end. Okay. Before that, I would suggest download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. Also join Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon. On Adda 24/7 app, you'll get the study material, the live classes, the video lectures, everything regarding the banking as well as non-banking exams which are related to government. So why to go anywhere? If you are having everything in a one-stop solution, do not go anywhere, isn't it? It's that simple. So download it as fast. If you think you can, you can. So simple, but so important. If you think you can do something, only then you can do something. Means that's a positive attitude we call it, isn't it? We are having this ABM BFM retail batch started from March 28, 6 AM to 8 AM morning times. Remember this. June 22. Okay, target exam English batch. Join fast as fast as you can. Okay, so join this and we will be solving all the numericals, all the case studies, all the objective questions totally in this batch. Okay, we are the official partners now of IIBF and Macmillan Publishers, official partners. So remember we have got bigger and better now. Use this code Y432 on any of your purchasing materials for these classes also. In the end also I'll show you how to get the discounts when you purchase this using this code. Okay, let's focus on our topic, time series theory. So time series, basically what is time series? Time series analysis is a specific way of analyzing a sequence of data points collected over an interval of time. So sequence of data points. Importantly, what do you mean by sequence of data points? Here, whenever you see, I'll show you with example only. Okay, see this sequence of, this is a case study which we will be taking. Sequence of data points means what? All these data are collected from 93 to 2001. So we collect the data for serially for a respective number of years consistently. Okay, so that's called as a sequence. Okay, so sequence of data points collected over an interval of time. Okay, in time series analysis, analysts record data points at a consistent intervals over a set period of time rather than just recording the data points intermittently or randomly. Now what do you mean by this sentence? It's like this: analysts record the data point at a consistent interval. Means what? Consistent intervals. Here, how just now I showed you that example, 1993 to 2001. Consistent intervals from 93 to 94, 94 to 95, 95 to 96, so and so on. So the intervals are consistent, and then we collect the data. What are the sales? What can be the population? Anything it can be. That's not a part. But one axis, x-axis, is always constant. Okay, over a set period of time, rather than just recording haphazardly, intermittently or randomly, isn't it? That's called haphazard. So in time series, important part is x-axis is always consistent. Whereas this is the only difference between time series and correlation regression. Okay, in exams you'll always get confused between correlation regression and time series. Okay, and you'll always get confused between sampling distribution and estimation. These two will always confuse you. Okay, so in our live classes I definitely give how not to get confused. That's important. Okay, time series analysis typically requires a large number of data points to ensure consistency and reliability. So very important part is any statistics or anything which we do in statistics, what is important? One is reliability. I should be able to rely on that data. And when does this happen? When it has consistency. If you have consistent data from for any years, any number of years, only then it will be reliable. Okay, means what? I'll give you a simple example. If I collect it from 1993, then I collect it for 1997, then 98, again I collect it for 2000. So these gaps are not allowed. You have to keep the x-axis or at least one part as a consistent. That is what is the meaning of this part. Okay. An extensive data set ensures you have a representative sample size and that analysis can cut through the noisy data. Now what do you mean by this? See here, representative sample size means what? Whenever I choose any sample from any population, it should be equally distributed. Means, suppose if I am selecting some people, a sample size from all over India, let's say. So if I have to give due justice to all over India, then what do I have to do? I have to select some X people from each state, isn't it? If I select it only from Maharashtra, if I select it only from, let's say, Karnataka, then I am not doing justice to all over India, isn't it? So that's why it's called as representative sample size. It should represent the whole of the population, isn't it? And that analysis can cut through the noisy data. What do you mean by noisy data? See here, whenever you collect any data, there are certain points which are of no use in the calculations. Shall I give you an example? Say this. If I give you an example of I'll give you 5 points. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 1, and last point is 8. 1, 2, 2, 1, and 8. If I tell you to find the odd man out, what will you point it out? You will definitely point it out as 8. Why? Because that is a noise. Remaining ones are what? 1, 2, 2, 1, near ones, isn't it? And this is called as a noise. Noise means what? That data which is not fitting in our curve. Okay. It also ensures that any trends or patterns discovered are not outliers. Outliers means again noise. So any data which is found out, it should not be the noisy data and can account for seasonal variances. Seasonal variances means it should definitely give me the idea of how seasonal variations occur. Now what do you mean by seasonal variations? I'll give you an example. When do the flu patients or fever patients increase for any clinic? Generally in rainy season, isn't it? So every rainy season the number of fever patients, number of cough patients, right, they go up. When do the hotel bookings increase? Generally when the students have holidays, means May, June roughly in India, isn't it? So that period will always be having the huge rush in the hotels and holiday stations, isn't it? So this is known as seasonal variation. So this should account for this seasonal variation and I should be able to predict it. Say this last sentence. Additionally, time series can be used for forecasting. Means I should be able to predict, isn't it? Predicting future data based on the historical data. Means looking at the history, I must be able to predict the future. Okay. Why organizations use time series data analysis? Means why is this useful? Why do companies use this? Time series analysis helps organizations understand the underlying causes of trends and or systematic patterns over time. Underlying causes means what? See here, if I'm like the sequence which I gave you, 1, 2, 2, 1 and then 8. Okay, these were the 5 points I gave you. Now if I am able to plot a line between these points, so I'll definitely be able to plot a line between 1, 2, 2, 1, some mean average line, isn't it? So that average line will prompt me to think what is the reason, why is it happening this way only. So I must be able to find the causes. If I am able to draw the line, then I'll be able to find the causes, isn't it? Using data visualizations, business users can see seasonal trends. So seasonal trends means same thing which I told you, that flu patients and everything, and dig deeper into why these trends occur. So once I know the trend, only then I'll be able to dig deeper into it, find the causes, right? And with the modern techniques now, just we are now on 2-dimensional things, right? What I am teaching right now is on 2-dimensional. What you are seeing right now is in 2-dimensional, x and y axis only. With the modern graphs, we are in 3 dimensions now, right? Metaverse. We are in the meta age now. So with the coming up of the technology, we will be able to shift these 2 dimensions to 3 dimensions. So that's why these organizations used time series analysis. Okay. Now we come to the case study, important part of today. So time series data for 9 years for the sale of tables by Furniture Mart is given below. So this, what is given? 9 years data for sales, 1993 to 2001. These are the sales. Now these can be in rupees, these can be in numbers, anything. We are not concerned with that. For us, x-axis and y-axis, these two are important. What is x-axis? Importantly, see, this is x-axis. X is always independent. Can year be dependent on sales? No. But sales can be dependent on year, isn't it? So, this is x-axis, this is y. In x-axis, remember one important point. Consistently x is moving. 1993 to 94 to 95 to 96 means 1 year gap. But y is not moving that way. This only separates time series from correlation regression. In time series, x-axis is always constant, means moving constantly with the same gap. Okay. So now we have got these two data, x and y axis. Find a linear equation. Linear equation means what? Y equals to a plus bx. I'll show you now. And forecast for 2003. Okay. So important part before going to the solution, remember the two thumb rules. Check if linear equation is asked in time series, number one. And number two, check the number of items. If they are even, multiply x by 2. Now remember these thumb rules. I'll show you in the live example now. Okay. Firstly, what is asked? What is asked in the question? Find the linear equation. So first first point is done. Check if linear equation is asked. If always see to it that linear equation problem you will be solving. If you are asked the parabolic equation, keep it to the end. Do not solve it immediately because parabolic is the toughest part. And they are not suitable for CAIIB exams. Means 1 mark and hardly you get 1 minute, right? So can you solve this? No, not possible, isn't it? So check if linear is asked, number one. Number two, check the number of items. Now, what are the number of items over here? 9 years, okay? See this. 1993 to 2001, I have plotted these years over here, okay? Now, how many years are there? 9. So, odd number. So, if what is given in the thumb rule, if even multiply x by 2, means multiply this x, but whatever I'll get as x multiplied by 2. But now it's odd, so no need of multiplication. So, what are the steps now? Steps are very simple. Firstly, year, plot all the years. Okay, done. Done. Do it yourself. Take pen, pencil, paper in your hand, take calci in your hand and start doing it. Otherwise, nobody is going to help you in exams. Not even me. I won't be there in the exams, right? So you have to solve it yourself. Take the calci and start solving it. Find the mean. How to find the means here? 1993 and 2001, find the center. These are moving by 1 year only, right? So find the center here, 1997, isn't it? So 1997 I found out, okay? Now what do I do? See here, this is not x, remember. The year is not x. What I will be deriving is x, okay? So what am I doing now? 1993 minus 1997 minus 4. This is what I am getting as x. Similarly for others, 94 minus 97 minus 3. Same others, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? If you do this, 2000 minus 1997, 3. Okay? Okay? So now you have got all this x. Now if this number would have been 8 or 10, then I would have multiplied this by 2. Okay? Because the mean would have been in point then, somewhere in point. Okay? So multiplied by 2. So why multiplied by 2? I'll give you at the end. It's very simple. Okay? So I'll show you at the end. Okay? So or I'll show you now only. Here it's very simple. If I have to multiply anything by 2, why double x in even series? In case the even number of data like 1990, 91, blah 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 up to 95 means how many years are given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 even given. When we code this, mean is what? We have to find the average. Just now I showed you this average, right? When we find the average, this average will be what? 1992.5 over here, isn't it? Now everything will be point. Then what do? We subtract this. See this. Subtract year from the mean. So minus 4. So what will it be if it is 1992.5? It will be what? Minus 2.5, minus 1.5, minus 0.5, like that. So now this is difficult to calculate. Always 0.5s are difficult to calculate. Fractions are difficult to calculate. So to avoid this complication, we multiply it by 2. It's that simple, isn't it? Got this point? So if even, multiply by 2. But now it's not even, it's odd. Okay, keep it as it is. So now look at x. Minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? You have got all this x. Now do one important observation. If you add all these x's, add all these x, what is the answer? 0. Isn't it? Minus 4 gets cancelled with 4, minus 3 gets cancelled with 3, and everything. Okay, so 0 is the answer. Now what have we got? Summation of x means total of x is 0. Now if total of x is 0, what will be the average? What is average? Total upon number of elements, isn't it? So 0 upon 9, so answer is 0. So summation of x, x bar is also what? Summation of x is 0 and x bar or average is also 0. So total of x bar and average of x bar is 0, right? Remember this, total of x and average of x bar is 0. Okay, now find y. So y, take it whatever is given. Okay, 175 and 190, all these figures are given directly in the question. Okay, so add them. Again find the average of y, 1702 upon 9, right? These are 9 elements, so 9. So you get 189 point something, 189.1. So find it and keep it ready. Okay, then you multiply x into y, this x into y. If this would have been even, then this x into y. Remember this. If this would have been even, now it's odd, so keep it whatever is given. Okay, minus 4 into 175, minus 700, minus 3 into 190, 570, and do all these things. Okay, do all the multiplications. Do it yourself. Try it. First try it. Okay, I want everyone to try it, and then add it. When you add it, you get a summation xy, same as correlation problem, no difference. Okay, summation xy. So addition of xy, I am getting it. Okay, similarly do x square. So minus 4 square is 16, minus 3 square is 9, and do all these things. Okay, the square of this x. Okay, so you get, when you add this, you will get 60. Why? Because square of minus 4 is also 16 and plus 4 is also 16. So all the squares will be plus only. So answer is 60 over here. Okay, now we have got completed this table. Now we move to the question, that is linear equation, y equals to a plus bx. We want to solve this. So find b first. What is the formula for b? The same as that in correlation regression, covariance of xy upon this variance of x. Okay, same thing we are applying it over here. Covariance of xy was what? Summation xy upon n minus n into x bar dot y bar. That is covariance. What is variance of x? Summation x square upon n minus x bar square. So we are multiplying the whole numerator and denominator by n. That's it. So that's why we are getting summation xy minus n x bar dot y bar upon x square, summation x square minus n x bar square. See this video again, pause this video, understand this. Okay, that is very important. Now what happens? X bar is 0, just now we found out. So if x bar is 0, this b part, it will remain what? Only this much, summation xy upon summation x square, because this has, both these have gone into 0. X bar is 0 and x bar square is 0. So what remains now? Summation xy upon summation x square. But both of them I know. Summation xy is 119. Summation x square is 60. So just put the values, 119 upon 60. So you get 1.98. Isn't it? Division 1.98. So say 2 roughly. 1.98 means roughly 2. Now I have to find what? A. Because what is my final target? Y equals to a plus bx. B I have got it. Now a. How to find a? Same as correlation regression. Put x bar and y bar over here. So what do you get? Y bar equals to a plus b into x bar. Isn't it? B into x bar. Study correlation regression thoroughly, because that is the base of any chapter. Okay. So y bar equals to a plus b x bar. But x bar is 0. Just now we found out. So y bar equals to a plus 0. So y bar equals to a. But I know y bar. I found it over here. 1702 upon 9. That is 189.1. So a becomes what? 189.1. Isn't it? Now what do I do? I found this equation then. So y becomes what? Y equals to 189.1 plus b is what? 2 into x. Just write this x over here. Okay. So this a I have got it. 189.1. Similar, see this a I have got it over here. Then I've got this y equals to a plus bx now. Both the values I have got, b I have got, a I have got. So y equals to 189.1 plus 2 into x. Now my first part of the question is over. Find a linear equation. Now second part, find the forecast for 2003. Now for 2003, what is the difference between 2003 and mean? Because here I found out mean everywhere. So same thing I'll have to do with 2003 also. So 2003 minus 1997. So that is 6. So what will I do? Just take this 6 and put it over here. So what was my equation? Y equals to 189.1 plus 2 into x. So instead of x, I'll put 6 now, because just now I found out 6 for 2003, isn't it? So input the value and you'll get the answer. What is the answer now? Y equals to, what is y basically? Y is sales. So by this, what are you doing? You are forecasting the sales for 2003. You have got the data up to 2001, but you are forecasting the sales for 2003. So what will be the answer? 189.1 plus 12, isn't it? 191, 201. So 201.1, that will be the answer. 201.1, that is the simple calculation. That's why I have not done this. After all, we are in CAIIB, okay? So 201.1, that will be the sale for 2003. So what am I doing? What did we study earlier? That time series gives you forecasting part also. So that's what is done over here. So that was the case study. This case study you will get it for 5 marks. In this case study, the 5 marks will be distributed like this. You will 1 mark for this A, 1 mark for this B, 1 mark for this Y, total of Y, 1 mark for this total of X, 0. This also gets you 1 mark, okay? So in this way, these marks would be distributed to you, okay? So always remember, do join our live classes, BFM, ABM Retail, started from March 28, 6 am to 8 am, okay? English batch targeting June 2022, right? So we are solving all the case studies, all the numericals, all the theory over here, okay? So do join as fast as you can. Remember, we are having this offer also. We are going on with these offers also regularly. And how to get this use of this offer? Use this code Y432, which I told you, right? How to use this code? See here, it's very simple. I'll show you over here. 1 second. Yeah. See here, type Adda 24/7. Okay. Once you type it, you will get this front page. On this front page, go to this front page only. See here, you will see this banking, insurance, JAIIB, CAIIB. Click on JAIIB, CAIIB. You will get all this JAIIB, CAIIB, Mahapack, JAIIB, CAIIB. Click on this CAIIB. Once you get this CAIIB, you will see all these things over here, all the live classes. With my face, you will see 3 classes. Join anyone. This one is the best class because it gives you Macmillan books also, ABM plus BFM plus retail. This class ABM plus BFM only, okay, and Macmillan. And this class only ABM BFM retail, no Macmillan, okay. So I'll tell you, join this best class only, 24199, isn't it? 24199. And how to use this code? See this. When you go to this, you'll see this view offers over here on the price. Click on this price. Once clicked, you'll get it over here. Apply coupon, because fees you are saying 24199 over here. Apply this coupon, then Y432. Apply it. See here, right now we are giving 80% off, but it might be from 80%, it might reduce it to 77% also. 3% hardly matters, because what happens is the difference will be hardly of 200 rupees roughly, some here or there, okay. But what matters is this is an investment for lifetime. Once you complete CAIIB, 2 increments, okay. 2 increments means what? Roughly 1300, isn't it? 1300 and this 5000 or 4800. What is the difference? 13 4 the 52, right? 4 months you cover everything, and everything net. After that, whatever you get is your bonus throughout your lifetime, okay. Make SIP into good stocks and you'll earn huge returns, right? So do invest in your future fast. Join the class fast. Okay, I'll take the leave. See you in the tomorrow's class again. Bye.